So hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how you can easily create a good looking thumbnail for your next video or live stream anything. So I'm using GIMP software. So if you don't know about GIMP, it is a free photo editing software. If you couldn't able to afford the Photoshop for any reasons, I think the main reason was the price, because it was a paid software, so you couldn't able to buy that thing. So the best alternative of Photoshop is GIMP. You can use this software. So when you open the GIMP, you will see this type of interface, and if you so the first thing that you want to do is you have to go to your file manager and then you have to create new. So there you can see the resolution. So I will make it 1280. You can leave it like this, but for some reasons I'm using 1280 and for 720p. So whenever I try to bump up this to 920 by 1080p, so the file size is much bigger, and there is a problem while uploading it on YT Studio from the browser. It shows only like 3 MB PS I can upload on that thing, YT Studio and YT Studio. So that's why I use 120 into 720. So then what you have to do, you have to just download this thing and you have to just drag drop this. And then when you drag drop, you can download any file. I'll just drag drop any wallpaper or anything. Then what you have to do, when you drag drop, so the resolution of my image is not same. So what I need to do is I need to scale this thing, so the scaling option for this one is this icon. You can, I don't know, it's visible, yes. So it's a scale tool. You have to click on the scale tool, then you have to click on the wallpaper or any image what you are using in this one. So there you can see it's showing 1920 by 1080. So when you create the file, if your file size is 1920 by 1080, then it will be perfectly fit into your main screen. But I use 720p resolution, so that's why it was a little bit zoom out. So what I do, I will just type 1280 720p. It's already typed, and then I need to press on scale. So it's scaled down, so but you can see that it's a little bit off from the main screen. So what you have to do, you have to just go to this move tool, and then you have to just drag this thing. You can use your arrows, up down arrows, for the more precision, for the more perfect, or what we call that thing, precise movements. So you can see it's already fit. And now I want to add a name of this thing. So I will just go to browser, and I think I just already downloaded that thing. So what you can do, you can download any transparent logo. So I will just download this thing. So you can see I just downloaded it, and then what you have to do, you have to just drag drop that thing in your file. So you can see it was there, and now I want to scale this thing. So you have to use the same scale tool like this. Just scale this thing down, and I will just put this thing there at the corner, and I just put this thing. So the resolution of this thing is very low, that's why it was looking pixelated or low resolution when you zoom in. So I recommend you to, if you are using a low PNG image, then try to scale it down so it doesn't look like a blur stuff. So I will just place that thing there. I think it looks good. So after that, what you need to do, if you want to color grade this thing, okay, so how you can do. So the first thing that I want to do is, like, if you want to do some kind of sharpen thing, so I want to make this title a little bit sharpen. So what you have to do, so make sure that you selected your text, then go to your filter section, then you have to go to edge detect, not edge detect, there is an option called enhance, and then you have to go to sharpen. So you can see there is a sharpen option. Oh, and the other thing is, you have to, if you want to zoom this, zoom like this, want to do zoom, so what you need to do is just hold control and middle mouse of your mouse like that. Okay, use middle mouse of your mouse and just go up down, and it will be zoom out. And if you want to move this thing like this, just hold your middle mouse and then drag this thing, okay, like that. So there is a option called radius. If I increase the radius, so you can see that the blurriness is a little bit gone, you can see, like that. And if I increase the amount, then it will become a little bit sharper and the texts are more popping out like this, and it looks good. I will just decrease a little bit the amount and increase this thing. So you can see I just converted, it doesn't convert the low PNG image to the high end, but it just pop up your text a little bit so that it is visible more. So I think it's done, it's looking better. So if I do before and after, so if you want to do before and after, then you have to just click on this preview. So this is before, this is after, okay, this is before and this one is after. You can see how much pop. Okay, then you have to just press OK, it will save everything. So, and the other thing is, and the main thing is that if you save any filters, like if you apply any kind of filters and then save it, you can't change that thing again. Like it's saved means it's saved, you can't undo that thing. If you want to undo that thing, then you have to just press Ctrl Z to undo that thing, okay. So like that you can go back. If you just do something wrong, then you can just go back, okay. So now I want to color grade this background, this image. So just select your image, and if you go to the color option, you can see all type of color grading tools there. So basically I use just a level. So what I did, I just make sure this line is, I just drag this thing a little bit, and you can see that it just make the image a little bit contrasty. So I will just put this there, and I will just increase and decrease this thing, so just pop it a little bit more. So I just do this much only, because if you cranked up this thing a little more, then it will just make your image more black and it will lose all details. So I will just recommend you to do just a little bit for taste, like that. And then if you click on this preview, you can do before and after. You can see there is a very drastic difference before and after. And then after, when you finish this, when you are satisfied with this thing, you can just press OK. So I just do the color thing, level thing, and then I will use something like saturation. If you want to do, then you can increase the saturation or decrease. I didn't use this thing because I didn't like that much, so I'll just cancel. I will use some curves. So what I do, if you use curves, then you can just take the middle thing and just drag a little bit like this. So you need to, it depends on you how you want your image to look like. So for me, it is just looking like this. I will just make this thing a little bit pop out like this. And if I just press preview, you can see before, after, it just make the image a little bit popper. Okay, so something like this. And the same thing you can apply to your thumbnail. You can click on your, not thumbnail, like your title. So you have to just click on your title, and then you have to go to colors option, go to level, then you can increase or decrease. You can see it's changing. If I zoom in, so you can see it's changing. I will just increase it a little bit like this. Then I will go to color. Then I will go to, if I go to brightness and contrast, you can see I can increase the brightness or decrease or increase the contrast, so it will make it a little bit punch. So if I do before and after, it is very minimal, but it looks good. So that's it. I think it's looking pretty good. And if I want to change the location, then you can, of the title, then you can use this move tool. So you have to just select the text and then you can drag wherever you want to. So I think in this area it is looking good. but it is not visible. So if you just click somewhere else, then you can press just Ctrl Z to undo the process. I'll just go to this one and make sure you select on your text, or else it will be drag the image. I think this area is much better. I think this is looking fine for now, but the text is not that much visible. So to make it a little bit pop, what I will do, I will use a shadow for this one. So what you have to do, if you click on your text and then if you go to filters, then light and shadow, you can see a drop shadow option. So when you click that thing, you have a grow radius option. So if you increase this thing, you can see that it just increase the radius of the black shadow. So I will just decrease this thing and I will increase the opacity, and then the blurriness I will decrease it, and this XY is for the location of that thing. So I will just grow the radius a little bit, like a little bit like this. So if I do before and after, so you can see it is a little bit more visible to as compared to this stuff. So if I just press OK, then you can see it is a little bit more visible and it's looking good. And I think it's good enough for now. So how to export this image? Okay, so when you are done with everything, just go to your file, then go to export, and before, yes, and if you want to save this thing, just press Ctrl S, or just go to file and then save. Then you have to just find your directory where you want to save this file. I will go to desktop. So you have to rename your file and make sure that the .xcf is not deleted, or else it will not save properly. And then I can just write my hero ultra rumble. You can write anything and then press save. It will save. Then export it. Go to file, then export. And I will just go to this one. So when you save your file, it will automatically use that name for your export. So it will export in PNG format. Just click on OK. Export, sorry, OK. So there you can see few options are there. So you can just copy these things, everything. And if you want to use compression in your thumbnails, then you can use compression level 9, or you can just decrease it to 0, so it doesn't compress anything and it will provide you the highest quality. So I will recommend you to use 0, do not use 9. And then you have to just press export. It will export. So if I go to my file manager, and then there is my thumbnail. So there we have my edited video, I mean image, and it's looking quite good. If I see the size of this one, so it is 3.52 MB. I didn't do any kind of compression, so that's why it is a little bit more. If you do increase the value of that compression to 4 or 5, then it will be decreasing. It will decrease your size file, decrease the file of the size. So that's it. Thank you for watching.